All right, Coach, so this old place not quite done yet. There is playoff football to be played in the East Bay in Oakland, California. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Oakland Raiders. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. That's fielded in the end zone.
We got this. At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Rip right.
Ready.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Set. 18 Gator.
So don't say nothing.
On first down, Bernard pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Come on.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
54. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Set up. 30 base.
Check. Watch 54.
I'm coming.
Spawns. No.
Five.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Westbrook. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 42 yards. So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. They'll run here with Connor. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Don't get nervous now. We're at the beginning.
Go. Hustle.
Don't get nervous.
36.
49.
Yo. Go.
Check. Crunch.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now.
Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
I'm coming after you. Check 24, check 24.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Watch the screen.
To throw his Carr. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And the Raiders first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On first down, here's Breida. Oh, now Breida loses it. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 23.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This is Breida on the draw. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Carr. It's caught. Jones. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, he'd have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll try to run with Breida. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this. First quarter.
With the score tied 7-7.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yo, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up. I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Let's go heavy. Let's go heavy. Everyone, what you got, heavy? Give me something.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got the first down inside the 10 and all the way down to the 5. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go, team.
And he gives this time to the tailback. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
On 3rd down, Bernard. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Let's think here. You're still just in the 2nd quarter. You taking the 3 points?
I am taking the 3 points, and I'm just relying on my defense here. Show them you have a little confidence in them, and let the offense know, nice drive. Come back next time. We'll go get 6 then, but for now, we'll take the 3.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Carr. It's complete to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Carr going to throw. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player? No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now.
Turkey's the mark. Big.
180.
Big.
180. We're good. We're good. 180. Let's go.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 2nd and 12, Carr. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
3rd and 6.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. Drop deep, drop deep.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 14. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Carr now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. On the delay, here's Breida. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Carr, that's complete to his tight end, Waller. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
What now? 185.
Check 53's mic. Get that quarterback. And on.
From the gun, it's Carr. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
That's what I'm talking about.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. The kick by Carlson is good. So we're at halftime in this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And he loses the football a second time. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coach is screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the Jaguars' 34-yard line.
Down! Blue 80!
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Now they'll throw with Carr. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Complete to Jones. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 15-yard line.
That's another Raiders 1st down.
Right now! 185!
In your face.
Into the red zone. It's Carr. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Off play action. Westbrook. That's taken in by Callaway. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The end result, 21 yards. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage, so as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now Carr. Caught by Jones. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lift their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
Raiders first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Carr now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the gun, Carr. That'll be complete to Breida. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. And that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Again, it's Carr. He's going to sling this deep down. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 30 yards.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Now, 180.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Hey, 734.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 13-yard line.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, we're good, we're good. 180.
Now Carr. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Josh Allen just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
He may try and run for this. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Matt Breida with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
On the ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's 2nd and inches at the 37-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Campbell making the catch. And a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. That is into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. Carlson on for the PAT. And the lead is up to 14. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Throwing on first down, Westbrook. This one complete to Giovanni Bernard. And he'll be out right at the 35. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield.
He's coming. We got double up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. From the gun on 3rd down, Westbrook. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On second down, Rutherford. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Raiders on 3rd down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This is 3rd and 4.
Watch the safety creep. Alert flare.
Easy. Kill.
Operating from the gun. Carr steps away and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 33, 30, 20, 10, and they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Hey, wahoo!
53 to Mike. 53, check 53.
On second and a couple, Carr. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, Murray. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's the Raiders punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's the Raiders punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders are winners here as we say so long from Oakland.